Everyone, welcome to the live stream. And for those of you who are watching later, welcome to today's flight. We're back in Microsoft Flight Sim 2024, and we're going to try to fuddle through some more flying of the ATR. We're here in the Channel Islands. We're here in Jersey. We're going to do a couple of flights. We're going to do a quick flight up to Guernsey, which is just an island hop. 10 or 15 minutes, and then we're going to do a flight from Guernsey up to Gatwick. That's about a 45-minute flight. We're going to use Beyond ATC to start here, and then we're going to switch to VATSIM once we get closer to Gatwick, if there's VATSIM coverage. We'll start off with Beyond ATC, but then we'll switch up to Gatwick. So it's been fun flying the ATR, a little bit challenging at times, but first flight will definitely be very challenging because it's going to be very quick, so we'll have to get as much set up on the ground as we can. We're using some freeware scenery from FlightSim.to, Channel Islands scenery. They have done some improvements to the basic airports for Jersey and Guernsey, so we'll use that throughout the flight. And then we have the freeware Gatwick scenery from FlightSim.to as well. Really awesome scenery. So without further ado, let's hop inside the airplane and get things set up for today's flight. We'll just get the battery on first. We'll let things get booted up, and then we'll get some ground power. We got ground power hooked up here. And we might as well get our boarding going with GSX. We got some power on the screens here. We got our normal messages flashing here prior to the start. So we'll put some ground power on. Looks good. We'll get our nav light on. And we'll get some boarding going here. Looks good. That's all getting going. We'll let the rest of the stuff boot up here. We'll get our FMS going as well. So we'll initialize our FMS, initialize position. We'll use a GPS position. And next thing we'll get our flight plan, import our flight plan here. So it's a short flight from Jersey up to Guernsey. Then we'll set our weights. So I have the flight plan here. Now for some reason set fuel and set payload. So we'll see our payload here. So our zero fuel weight is 45.1 and our fuel is 28.65. But if I just hit, so I've imported the flight plan, but if I hit set fuel and set payload, and I actually go to the payload, it's way off what we had in the flight plan here. So then you have to load aircraft, so I have to go back and load. So I don't know why it doesn't set that as per the flight plan, but anyway, we'll just do it manually here. So we have a zero fuel weight of 45.155. And the fuel of 28.65, so we'll put 2,900 pounds. Perfect, we'll load that up. And now that's correct weights in the airplane. So I'm not sure why it doesn't do that from the flight plan, but anyway, not a big deal. So we'll close that. So we got our payload, and you see we're just in the middle here above. So we're below our maximum zero fuel weight. We'll be below our maximum landing weight and our max takeoff weight. So we're right in the middle for CAG. Trim is going to be up 1.5. Perfect. So that's flight plan is where the weights are set. And now we can go in here and just verify our weights. So we have our weight of pretty close to 45. That's good. Fuel's 29. Gross weight is good. Just a little bit over. Reserves we're going to put in, so our reserves are going to be 1621, so we'll just put that in here. Perfect. That's close enough. And so we got our weights. Nav data, for some reason it doesn't show the correct nav data, but it just uses the sim data here. So we'll go with that. And perf-init. Cruise altitude today is going to be low 4,000 feet. Max cruise is fine. Our alternate is going to be Echo Golf Hotel Quebec, and that's going to be at flight level 160. Echo Golf Hotel Quebec / 16,000. Okay, so we have that and flight plan, and we can just set our flight plan here from, it's pretty straightforward, but or we can do it manually. So we'll do the first flight manually, and the next one we'll load in from the tablet there. So we're going to go to the route and our departure. So our call sign is A-line, so the airline is Aurigny. It's Channel Islands airline based out of, I think it's based out of Jersey here, or one of the Channel Islands anyway. Our call sign is going to be AAU4 Juliet. And we're going from Echo Golf Juliet Juliet to Echo Golf Juliet Bravo. That's good. We can execute that. And then for our flight plan, we're just going to be going Jersey to Pelham, which is the initial fix for runway 27, and then I'm hoping that's the runway they're going to be using. That'll make it just nice and easy to go there if we need to. But the winds are out of the south, so I'm not sure. We're planning on taking off out of 8 here and then landing on runway 27, but that could change. So PELOM. And then Guernsey, GUR. Okay, so that's our entire flight plan. We can execute that. And then we can just look on the route here. It's not very far. But you can see we're just taking off Jersey, Pelham, and then over to Guernsey on the island there. So just a short little route. Okay, so I think we've done the route stuff. Now we can just go double check our perf. So departing runway, we're gonna have to get some ATIS. So let's get some ATIS right now. So we can use the charts, I think, today. The charts should be available. Oh, there we go. Perfect. So taxi. Got the airport chart here out of Jersey. And the ATIS frequency is 3468. Get that on radio 2. Nope, that didn't put in the right frequency. 130. 468, but Beyond ATC has it as 134.67, so I'm gonna have to change that out there. So 134.67. Invalid frequency 670. No, it's not letting me enter the frequency in. I'm not sure where Beyond ATC gets their frequency. Anyway, I'm just going to look at the ATIS here. They're saying transition level 50. The winds are 1709. They're using runway 8, and it's ATIS uniform. And the QNH is 1021, so we'll just set that. Okay, so we'll get our clearance. That's going to be on 121.9.
A-Line 30 Juliet, request IFR clearance to Guernsey Airport.
A-Line 30 Juliet, control ground, information uniform current, cleared to Guernsey Airport, runway 08. After departure radar vectors Pelham, climb to 4,000 feet, squawk 3565.
Cleared to Guernsey Airport, runway 08, after departure radar vectors Pelham, climb to 4,000 feet, squawk 3565, A-Line 30 Juliet.
Okay, runway 8, 4,000. Let's put our squawk in before I forget.
Juliet, read back correct. Call me back when ready for start or taxi.
3565.
Wilco, A-Line 30 Juliet.
Okay, so we have our squawk in. We're going up to 4,000 feet, which is our flight planned altitude. So we'll put that in. And our runway heading off 08 is going to be 082. So we can put that in as well. Okay, 082 up to 4,000 feet. So that's going to be our departure brief. The weather is fine here. It's going to be runway heading up 082 out over the water. Up to 4,000 feet. Radar vectors to Pelham, which is our first waypoint for the initial fix for runway 27, if they're using 27 in Guernsey. And then if we have any problems, we'll just continue straight ahead to a safe altitude, which will be a couple thousand feet probably, and then we'll deal with the problem. We can come back here if we need to. We're going to anticipate, we're parked over here, so we can anticipate taxiing out Juliet and then Bravo for runway 08 departure. So that'll be our departure briefing. So I think we have everything loaded up. Let's just finish our perf. So we go to our flight plan. Echo, departing runway 8. We'll just execute that because there's no departure. And we'll go to our perf page now. So runway 8, we got 5,592 feet. Transition altitude is going to be 5,000. There's our, we're non-limiting runway. There's our V-speeds at 111, 111, 14. That's good. We'll go to the next perf page. Our cruise is going to be 4,000 feet. Put in our mean winds of 216 at 13. Cruise altitude 14, 4,000 feet. That's good. And our perf, we're going to get the runway when we load it in. So we'll put our transition level again, will be 5,000. I think it's going to be 1021 when we get there. Yep, still 1021. And that's good. And then we'll get the rest when we select our runway for coming into Guernsey there. So I think we have everything loaded up in here. So let's go to our overhead panel and start getting everything ready up here. So we'll just check our fuel pumps. The fuel pump is operating. We open the crossfeed. That operates as well. Turn them off, and then open up this fuel pump. With the crossfeed open, it runs both, and then low pressure. Okay, that's good. So the fuel pumps are operating fine. Crossfeed is closed. Want everything up here. We're on ground power. For the pushback, we're going to try to use the prop brake, so I'll see if I can get that on now. But we'll come back and do that in a moment here. All these are good for now. We'll just turn on our windshield heat. We'll get our probe heats on a little bit later. Basically, we're going to try and clear all the white, so we got oxygen. That's all good for now. These are all showing fault because our bleed airs aren't running or our generators aren't running, so that's fine. We'll do an enunciator test. Okay, enunciator tests look good. We'll leave it on bright. We'll get our seatbelts on. Hop outside. I think they're pretty much all done loading. Yep, all the loading is done. Okay, so I think everything is good on the overhead. We've got takeoff, gears down, the gust lock is engaged, flaps are up, parking brake is on, shut off, throttles are at idle, and everything down here is looking okay. So let's start off with some checklists. So final cockpit preparation. Parking brake is set. Altimeters are checked and set. We'll just make sure 3021, 1021. They're all checked and set. FMS, comm, and nav. So we don't need anything in the. Oh, we're going to do the nav in here in a moment because I'm going to. Actually, we're going to use the RNAV approaches, I think. So we don't need to set anything in the navs for now. So that should be fine. So FMS, comm, and nav are all good. Fuel quantity is checked for the flight. So we have to update the fuel. Let's go to our system, fuel page. We have 2,800 pounds of fuel. That's good. Reset the fuel, or use fuel, and our fuel is 28 and change. That's good. Fuel use is reset. Memo panel is checked, so everything is fine for now until we get started. Power management is takeoff. And next we're looking at before propeller rotation. So cockpit door is closed. FMS takeoff data. We'll confirm takeoff data. We need to set our trim now of 1.1. So trim is set. Takeoff data is confirmed. Trims 3 axes are all good. Tail prop, so we can get the aircraft all cleaned up. So we got the tail prop. And we'll get the chocks here. We'll get the parking brakes on, so we'll clear the chocks. We'll call for pushback and start. So we'll request pushback for departure. And we're going to start an engine in hotel mode here. And and we're going to want to go nose to the left. Okay, so let's look at getting hotel mode on set up here, so we can get, before we pull the ground power, we can run. So we got the tail prop clear, doors are closed. And we can see that on our screen here, all our doors are closed. Seatbelt signs are on. And beacon we can put on. And I've heard it mentioned that they use the wing light on to mention that we're going to go in hotel mode. So right now we have no hydraulic pressure. So we're going to go down here and hit the aux hydraulic pump. And it doesn't seem to work every time. There we go, we have a ready light now. So we can go down and put our prop brake on. Prop brake is on. And we'll just let the ground crew know by putting the wing light on that we're going to start in hotel mode. And we're ready to go, and then we'll continue the pushback. So we will come up here, we'll get the right fuel pump on, put the start on start A and B. And we will hit the starter for number 2. Come down here, watch. We've got, we're looking for 10%. 10%, we'll bring it up to feather. And we got light off. Good start, no propeller rotation. It's all looking pretty good right there. Okay, we'll come over, we'll check our electrical, we'll go to the Gen 2, and we got a good load for Gen 2. So we'll get rid of our ground power. And we'll call for pushback and start.
A-line 30 Juliet, at ramp 12, request pushback.
A-line 30 Juliet, control ground. Pushback and engine start approved. Face west.
Pushback and engine start approved. Face west, A-line 30 Juliet.
Okay, so we're clear to push back face west. We got our beacon on, and I'm just going to turn the transponder on. And we're ready for the push, so we'll release the parking brake. And we're starting our pushback. And so we're being cleared to start by the ground crew. So what we'll do now is we will release the propeller brakes. So I'll go down here, I'll hit the aux pump again. We have a ready light. We can release the propeller brake. And we should get rotation going on that engine. Hey, everything's working pretty good today. I like it. Okay, we let the propeller stabilize just around 11% there is good. Once it's stabilized, we'll bring it up to the auto position. And we'll let it accelerate. Okay, the ground crew's completed the push. Set the parking brake. Okay, so that's all stabilized, so now we can do a start on number 1. So we got our fuel on, start A and B is good, and we'll hit the start for number 1. We're looking for 10%. There's 10%, bring it up to feather. Accelerating, NP. Nice start on this one. We'll let it stabilize. Okay, looking good. T's and P's are all good. Start is good. We'll bring it up to run. Get our flaps at 15. It's good. Get our probe heat on. take it off, start off. And I think it looks good. Trims are good, so let's do the after start procedure. Procedure is complete before taxi. Do a recall check, so everything's clear on our screen here for now. So we'll just do a recall. That looks good. Cockpit comm hatch is closed, and that's right here. So that is closed. Our condition levers 1 and 2 are auto. Anti-icing is not required. Our pro piece are on, but the TRU we will get on. So TRU on. And then it's supposed to show it on this page here as on, but for some reason it doesn't until you cycle through the system page, and then when you cycle now it shows it's on. So that's a bug there for sure, I think. Anti-skid test. Let it run through its test there. Anti-skid test.
Taxi to ramp 11 via Alpha.
Flaps are at 15. Nose of steering is on.
Taxi to ramp 11 via Alpha. Juliet, ZAP 4493.
And that is our before taxi. Next will be our taxi check. So we get the taxi light on, we'll check the brakes, we'll set our FMA and do a config test. Okay, so we'll do that now. So for our FMA, we're going to be doing runway heading, and we'll arm that, so we'll arm heading mode, and then we'll arm IAS. We'll make sure we're in selected speed, so that's magenta. That's good. And that's all good for our FMA. So taxi light, we can come on. Brakes we'll check. FMA is all good. Takeoff config tests. So we'll be looking for that up here. Takeoff config tests okay. So our taxi checklist is complete. Next is before takeoff. So let's call for taxi to the runway.
930 Juliet. Request taxi to the active.
So we're over here. We'll anticipate Juliet Bravo.
Juliet. Taxi to holding point Bravo. Runway 08 via Juliet Bravo.
Juliet Bravo.
Taxi to holding point Bravo. Runway 08 via Juliet Bravo. A-line 30 Juliet.
Okay, perfect. So we'll get our parking brake off. Taxi lights on. Get a little bit of power going here. We got a little bit of uphill here. Check the brakes. Brakes are good. Yeah, so this little freeware package is I mean, it's not a fantastic airport, but taxi lines are all nice and accurate. And it really adds. It's a 2020 version, but it works fine in 2024 here.
ZAP 4493. Hold position for traffic.
Hold position, ZAP 4493.
Whoa. Okay, good. He's holding for us. Could hold a little further back, so I think we'll just cut the corner here to go beside him. Boy, he's pretty impatient. Okay, perfect. So we're now taxiing out here. Get the before takeoff checklist. So takeoff briefing is complete. Gust lock will get off. controls we'll check.
A-line 30 Juliet. Contact Jersey Tower 119.
Flight controls are good.
45. Bye-bye.
Contact Tower
Transponder is set
119.45, A-line
for
30 Juliet.
on. Boost function, not sure what they do for the boost function, but we're not going to use it today. Airflow is normal. Cabin crew is advised. Bleeds are normal for takeoff. External lights, we'll get the landing lights on and the strobe on when we go. Lateral flight deck bar is set for heading and centered, and the rudder cam is centered, so we're good for before takeoff checklist. But let me know in the comments how you're enjoying the ATR, if you're flying it at all. Overall, I've been enjoying flying it. Like I said, it does have some quirks. We'll see on takeoff. I've seemed to experience the flight director anomalies on takeoff here. Acting a little weird, but this is holding point Bravo 1. We'll continue up closer to the runway. I think we're ready for departure, so we'll request departure.
A-line 30
Oh, this might be the
Juliet,
holding
ready
point
for
here.
departure, runway 08.
A-line 30 Juliet, Jersey Tower, wind 170 degrees, 9 knots, fly runway heading, runway 08, cleared for takeoff.
I think we'll get our strobe light on.
Heading select.
Landing light on.
Juliet.
Heading select.
Landing lights on, strobe lights on. Lights are all good. Looks clear on final there. We're clear to take off runway heading up to 4,000. This is going to be a quick little flight.
Heading select. Heading select.
That's a thing on my Bravo throttle quadrant through Beyond ATC or SPAD.next there. I'm going to disable that there in a minute if it keeps coming on. Okay, so we're lined up runway 08. Cleared for takeoff. Let's get some thrust going. Set, notch, notch. There's 60 knots. There's V1, rotates.
All aircraft be advised, information Victor now current.
10 degrees, positive rate, gear up. And you see that pitch bar goes right to the horizon there. It's very weird.
A-line 30 Juliet, contact Jersey departure 110.3.
So gears up. We'll get above the notch.
120.3, A-line 30 Juliet.
Get our flaps up.
Approach, A-line 30 Juliet. Good afternoon. Passing
We'll go for 170 knots.
4,000 feet.
I'll go to climb power.
Good afternoon. Identified. Climb to 4,000 feet. QNH1021.
We'll accelerate to 170.
Climb to 4,000 feet. QNH1021, A-line 30 Juliet.
Now if I get the autopilot on, it will correct
Heading
the pitch
select.
bar.
Line 30 Juliet, vectoring for RNAV approach runway 27.
We got the autopilot on. The pitch bar now comes up. Runway heading, and we're going to be vectored for runway 27. So perfect. So we're up to 4,000 feet. Heading select. Let's do our after takeoff checklists. Yeah, so that's a weird thing. I don't know why it does that. Landing gears up, flaps are up, power management is climb.
Line 30 Juliet,
Engine bleeds are on. Taxi.
Heading select.
We'll keep the landing lights on. Altimeters are set.
Heading select.
And I'm going to go into my SPAD dock next and disable that heading select mode here.
A-line 30 Juliet, Jersey approach.
Okay, so after takeoff checklist, so we'll accept that clearance.
Vectoring for RNAV approach runway 27, A-line 30 Juliet.
So we're going to be vectored for the approach.
A-line 30 Juliet, turn left, heading 015. Turn left, heading 015, A-line 30 Juliet.
Here's 015. So let's load that approach in real quick. So we're going to be doing the RNAV 27. That's good. No, so we'll do it via Pelham, and then we'll execute that. Well, that's good. So we're 3,000 for 4,000. I'm going to level off. I'm going to go to manual for the speed, and then we'll keep the speed under control.
A-line 30 Juliet, clear direct Pelham, cross Pelham about 2,000 feet. Resume own navigation.
Okay, we're clear direct Pelham.
Roger, heading direct Pelham. Cross Pelham above 2,000 feet, then resume own navigation.
So
A-line
we'll go
30
direct Pelham,
Juliet.
execute.
Thanks. You're very
Go nav
welcome.
mode.
Course select. Course select.
Okay, we'll go nav mode there. Leveling off 4,000. I'm going to bring the power back, just keep the speed back under 200 knots. We'll get our ND up here, so we're going direct Pelham. Okay, we're direct Pelham, cross Pelham at or above 2,000, resume own navigation. So we'll set 2,000 feet for now, which is going to be the approach altitude. So we'll set that. And I'll go vertical speed. We'll go down at just a slow 1,000 feet per minute. Keep the speed back, a little bit of power. So let's get the approach up here.
A-line 30 Juliet, report ready for descent. Ready for descent, A-line 30 Juliet.
He's already really cleared us the descent, so we got Pelham 2,000 or above.
30 Juliet, descent to 2,000 feet, QNH1021.
QNH1021 still.
Descent to 2,000 feet, QNH1021, A-line 30 Juliet.
We'll get the airport diagram.
A-line 30 Juliet, contact Guernsey approach 128.655. Contact Guernsey approach 128.655, A-line 30 Juliet.
Okay, so we're direct Pelham,
Guernsey,
2,000 or
A-line
above.
30 Juliet, passing 3,000 feet, descending to 2,000 feet.
A-line 30 Juliet Guernsey approach. QNH1021, expect the RNAV approach runway 27 with Pelham transition.
QNH1021, expect the RNAV approach runway 27 with the Pelham transition, A-line 30 Juliet.
Okay, so for that approach, it's just going to be the visual backed up by that. So we got Pelham at or above 2, then we got JB27I at or above 2.
Direct Pelham. Cross Pelham at or above 4,000 feet. Cleared RNAV approach runway 27.
Okay, we're clear the approach. And then we'll just follow the track down
Cross Pelham at or above
to
4,000
runway
feet.
27.
Cleared RNAV approach runway 27, A-line 30 Juliet.
Okay, just leveling off. Going to add a little bit of power. And missed approach, we'll just do runway heading up to 2,000 feet. Should be fine. or 3,000 feet. We'll make it runway heading up to 3,000 feet. Stay visual. When we land, we'll plan to exit at Charlie and then taxi in Delta for probably stand 7 or 8. So that's our approach brief complete. Okay, I'm going to keep the speed back below our flap speed here. So we'll just set it back to cruise. Okay, we're clear the approach. So what I'll do is arm the approach once we get inbound here. And let's start doing some checklists. We'll get our descent checklists. So we'll do a recall. Land elevation is blank, so that's fine. It's using the FMS. FMS is set. Decision altitude NDA not required. Arrival briefing's complete. We'll go down to our approach checklist. Seatbelts are on still. Landing lights are still on. Altimeters are set. Cabin altitude is checked. We're not above 10,000 feet, so I'm not too worried about that. And next will be our 4 landing checklists, so we'll keep that up there. So we're coming inbound here. We're cleared for the approach. We'll just report establish. I'm going to arm the approach.
Established on final approach
We got
course.
VPath active. Getting a little bit slow here. I'm going to go to flaps 1, get my flap 1 speed, or flaps 15. Very busy little trip here. So we'll just keep the speed below this for my, we can select the gear anytime, but I'll keep this below for my full flap, so we'll try to keep it around 140 here. So the approach is armed, VPath is armed. Should be good there, so we'll start looking at our before landing checklist. So cabin crews advise, we said landing gear to go, so we'll just get that once we get to landing gear. See the runway there? Yep, there's the runway. Yeah, so overall things are working pretty good on the ATR, except for that pitch bar on takeoff. I'm not sure why that occurs, but things aren't too bad. Beyond ATC is working okay as well, for the most part. So we just took off out of here, and we're just heading over to here. So I've never been to the Channel Islands. Let me know in the chat if you've ever been there. Is it a popular vacation destination for people in the UK? Okay, we crossed at 2,000 there, and then we should pick up our descent, hopefully after that. But it's not cycling through here, so I'm going to go direct to that JB Foxtrot, because it's obviously going through the wrong Pelham here. So let's go direct. Execute. There we go. Now that's better. So now we got the flight path armed, so it should hopefully start our descent after we get to that fix. Yeah, I selected the second Pelham there, but it went to the first Pelham, so not sure how to rectify that in the FMS. But now we've got it correct, I think. Here we got vertical flight path is captured. let's check the perf. We've got our landing data, so landing is going to be 110, 113, full flaps, that's good. Okay, we got our glide path coming in, so let's get the gear down. Here we go. Get full flaps. Start bringing the speed back. And let's get our landing checklist. So recall we had done landing elevations check. Oh, descent, we've already done this. So now it's coming up with this. So approach, we've already done. Before landing, so cabin crew, landing gear is down, 3 green. Flaps are set, power management, go to takeoff. TRU low speed is indicated, and external lights are landing lights on, so we're good. So we haven't been cleared to land yet, so hopefully we're going to get that here momentarily. Speed's looking good.
Guernsey, I-line 607 Yankee, passing flight level 08.
So we'll set the missed approach altitude of 3,000. Is set. 1,000 feet.
A-line 607 Yankee Guernsey approach. Good afternoon. QNH1021 expect radar vectors for ILS approach runway 27.
QNH1021 expect radar vectors for ILS approach runway 27, I-line 607 Yankee.
We get a landing clearance here soon.
500.
I'm not sure if Beyond ATC is going to give us landing clearance. It might be a little out of sync. So the runway is clear, so I'm going to land anyway. Autopilot's off. Leading off the speed.
100. 50. 40. 30. 20. 10.
Reverse. Get on the brakes. Speed's good. Bring it out of reverse. And we'll exit here at Charlie. Yeah, I'm not sure what happened with Beyond ATC there, why they didn't give us a landing clearance, but either way, we'll exit here and taxi in. Well, welcome to Guernsey. Just taxi up, clear the runway.
A-line 30 Juliet, request taxi to the ramp.
A-line 30 Juliet, welcome to Guernsey. Stay parking or advise if need assignment.
It doesn't have the gate we want to go to here, so I'm just going to say ramp 9, which is right next door.
Request ramp 9 at A-line 30 Juliet.
We want to park at 8 or 7 here, so.
30 Juliet. Taxi to ramp 9 via Charlie, Delta, Alpha.
Charlie, Delta, Alpha, and we'll just
Taxi
park
to
at
ramp 9
ramp
via Charlie,
8,
Delta,
8.
Alpha, A-line 30 Juliet.
Well, we get landing light off, strobe light off, taxi light on, get the pitot heat off. Bring the flaps up. Yeah, so nice little starter off flight to Guernsey here. This airport's modeled a little nicer than the Jersey airport, but comes as a package. You get it's called Channel Islands package on flightsim.to. Okay, so let's do, so radar we didn't use, flight controls are locked, flaps are up, trim axes, so we'll reset our trim here. Trims are reset. Anti-ice is, so the probes are off. Power management, or sorry, the probe heats are off. TRU can go off. And then after 1 minute, we can select our CDL 1 to, or condition lever 1 to cut off after 2 minutes, sorry. Okay, so we're taxiing in. I'll pick a gate here for GSX to park us at. I think I'll pick this one here, gate 7. So we'll bring the condition lever 1 to idle or feather. By the time we get a beam the gate, we should be able to bring it to cut off. So our next flight out of here will be to flying up to Gatwick. And if they have ATC coverage, we'll switch over to VATSIM. But I think we'll be taking off out of here on Beyond ATC. Not too much traffic here. Okay, I think it's been 2 minutes, so we can go to cut off on the number 1 engine. Looks like we have some ground crew up at gate 7 here. Yeah, it's pretty quiet here. Tax is pretty slow on one engine. I'm not sure if it's like that in real life. So I've got right up to the gust lock for power on the number 2 engine here. Okay, good. We got our marshaller. And of course, it slows down on me here, so I add a little bit more power. At least I went to the right marshalling line this time. You saw my last live stream. There we are. Right to a stop. Parking brake is on. Go to feather on the number 2 engine. We'll go get them to install ground power. And then we'll get the ground power available. Should be, oh, I got the wrong ground power. Get the ground power available, we'll get the ground power on. And the engine stabilized, and we will go to cutoff on the other engine. Get taxi light off, and beacon off. Get the belts off. All good. Get our fuel off. Perfect, and we'll get GSX to start deboard. Okay, so let's go through our, CDL1 cutoff. We'll get our parking checklist. Parking brake is set. Taxi and takeoff lights are off. CL2 is feather. Beacon is off. Transponder, we can go to standby. Tail prop we'll put in position. Seatbelts are off. And we are going to be doing a new leg. So we'll get the chocks in, tail prop in, and here comes our ground crew, and I think deboarding is starting. Well, welcome to Guernsey. Nice short little flight to start off, and now I'll just go into sim brief and set up for our flight to Gatwick. Close Beyond ATC here, so we'll start it up for our next flight. And I'll see what's available for ATC. Looks like there's ATC coverage as we get closer to Gatwick, so there's nothing over the Channel Islands right now, but we should be able to pick that up. I'll show you on VATSIM map here in a minute, on the Navigraph map here in a minute. Passengers are deboarding. Let's get our flight plan. We'll update our time. Okay, so it looks good. Call sign is going to be A-line 610 Alpha. All looks good. I'm going to run this flight plan. I'll pre-file it on VATSIM. Okay, so flight plan is filed. Perfect. I'll show you the route we're going to be flying here. Yeah, so we're down here in the Channel Islands. We just flew up from Jersey up to Guernsey. Now we're going to do Guernsey up to Gatwick, and you can see there's ATC coverage for Gatwick all around. So about just past halfway, we'll be able to switch from Beyond ATC. So we'll do Beyond ATC for the departure, and then we'll go to VATSIM for the arrival. So that's the plan. Okay, so let's go into our flight plan here. We'll import the new flight plan. And this one is up to Gatwick. Again, we'll set the fuel and the payload, but I'm probably going to have to do that manually. So we'll import our new flight plan. And we'll go to our payload. And we've got 0 fuel weight of 41,395. We'll load aircraft. 41,395. Fuel is, we'll put 3,400 pounds in there. And we'll load the aircraft. Looks good. So that's within our envelope nicely. And we're even below our max 0 fuel weight with the fuel on board. Our alternate's going to be Stansted, looks like. So that's good. We'll clear the charts. We'll clear our pin charts there. Or let's get our new charts here. So we've got no, we haven't got the flight plan change yet, so we're going to have to change that first, and then we'll come back and get our charts. Okay, so we'll go back to our setup here. And I think deboarding is completed. Nope, we're still unloading bags. Okay, so let's go to our position, and we'll reset our position again. That's good. Weights, we'll confirm we got payload 41,135. That's pretty close. Fuel is good at 34. Takeoff weight, so that's all good. Our reserves are going to be 1468. So that's good. Weights are good. Nav data is going to be the same. Perfinet, we're going to be cruising at flight level 170. And our alternate is going to be Stans EGSS at flight level 9,000 feet, flight level 90. So EGSS slash 9,000. That's all good. We'll get our route. So what I'm going to do this time is I'm just going to send the flight plan to the FMS. So I'll set flight plan. And you can see now it's down, got our route in there. We'll just check the route. So we've got Forest, Lima 982 to Vassux, so that's got Urgum and Vassux. Urgum, Roxog, and Vassux. That looks good for our route. Down to EGKK, so that's fine. So our route is good. Now we can go and get our charts. We should be able to reset it. And we're going to be taxi chart out of here, so we need that taxi chart that's pinned. We're going to be taxiing for, it says 27. Well, let's see what we get out of here. So let's get some ATIS and our clearance. So ATIS here is 109.4. But that's a nav frequency, so I don't think that will work. So we might just go get our clearance. So let's go to ground 121,805. And I'll get Beyond ATC loaded back up. And then here for my active, I'm going to put 122.8 for VATSIM, and then we'll select for our COM. And our mic select, I'm not sure where the mic select is on that. Anybody in the chat know where that is?
Beyond ATC connected.
Might be over here. Yeah, I'm not sure. I might have to let's get our Beyond ATC clearance out of here first, and then we'll see what we get. So,
A-Line 610 Alpha, request IFR clearance to Gatwick Airport.
A-Line 610 Alpha, Guernsey ground. Information Delta current. Cleared to Gatwick Airport via Orist 1 X-ray departure. Runway 27, climb via SID to 4,000 feet. Squawk 061
runway 27 it's going to be.
Cleared to Gatwick Airport via Orist 1 X-ray departure. Runway 27, climb via SID to 4,000 feet. Squawk 0613, A-Line 610 Alpha.
Okay, let's check on our deboarding is complete.
Alpha. Read back correct.
So let's request our
Call me back
boarding.
when ready for start or taxi.
Roger that, A-Line 610 Alpha.
Let's request boarding. Okay, so we are cleared the Oris 1 X-ray up to 4,000 feet. So let's put the altitude in at 4,000. Off runway 27, the heading is going to be 267. Okay, 267. And let's go load the departure. So flight plan. That's going to be runway 27 and the Oris 1 X-ray. Execute that. And let's get those waypoints. So we got the airport. We're going to be doing the departure. RNAV SIDS. And we've got the Oris 1 X-ray, so it's going to be off runway 27. It's going to go out to JBW3, 2,000 or above, max 210. And then JBW2. No, it could be JBW1. We'll see which one it is. But they're both at or above 3,000 feet. They're kind of co-located here. So let's look at there. So we got JBW1, JBW2. And then that is max 210 for the constraint there. That's 2,000 or above, max 210, so that's perfect. And then it goes to EVKEX and then ORST. So we've got EVKEX and ORST, 4,000 and 4,000. So that's good. So our departure looks good, and that looks pretty good on the route map as well. Pretty much what we're expecting. Well, let's brief the departure. So we're going to be departing runway 27. It'll be climbing in nav mode, going to JBW1, 2,000 or above, max 210, JBW2, max 210. Then EVKEX 4,000, max 250, and then Orst 4,000. And then our route from there. If we have any problems, we'll just stay VFR. We'll level off at a couple thousand feet, and then we'll just plan to come back for runway 27 or 09. The winds are out of the south, so shouldn't be an issue. So that's going to be the plan. Okay, so I think we have that loaded in. So let's go to our perf page. We've got the runway. Transition altitude is going to be 5,000 feet. Those are our speeds, non-limiting runway. That looks good. Our cruise altitude is going to be, for the flight plan, of 170. That's good. Our mean winds are, let's say, 224 at 42. That's good. And then arrival, we haven't loaded in yet, but we'll put the transition altitude is going to be 5,000 feet there. And the QNH right now for Gatwick is 1020. Okay, we'll get that when we load the approach. So I think we're ready to start our checklist here. Let's just go to our overhead, so everything should still be good up here. We'll get the belts on. Our boarding is going on right now. That's good. They're just loading the last of the bags, so the passengers should all be on board. Let's do our cockpit preparation checklist. Parking brake is checked. Altimeters are, just update them, still checked. Landing elevation should be set automatically by the FMS, COM, and NAV. So let's put, we don't need anything in the COM is good for now. We'll go to NAV, we don't need anything. Surveillance, let's put it in our new squawk, which is going to be 0631. Or sorry, 0613. That's good. So FMS, COM, and NAV are good. Fuel quantity, we'll check. We need so fuel quantity, we need 3,400 pounds. Looks good. Fuel use is reset already, it looks like. Memo panel is checked, and power management is to take off. I think we'll just finish up the boarding here. And we should be good to push back and get up on our way. So I'm going to log in on VATSIM as well. And then we'll do just advisories out of here on our departure. Okay, so we're logged in on VATSIM, and I don't see where to do the mic select switch here still. That's obviously the monitoring volume, so I can turn that up for volume VHF2. That's obviously the listen. Anybody in the chat knows where the mic select switches are? We're finishing loading up our bags here. Audio select, normal. That where you select the mic switch? No, it doesn't look like it. Okay, so I'm not going to log on VATSIM right now. I'm going to just log out, and then because I can't do broadcasts, I can't figure out how to do broadcasts on both mic 1 and mic 2, switch around. So I'm just going to log off VATSIM so I don't have to make any calls on VATSIM. Once we get airborne and we're climbing up to our cruise altitude, I'll log back in on VATSIM, and then we'll pick up for the VATSIM arrival into Gatwick. While we're waiting, though, let's load our planned arrival into Gatwick. While we're loading our bags, so we've got the VATSIM 1 Golf for runway 26 left. Well, it sounds like our boarding is complete. So I'll just load that real quick. We'll go to Gatwick. We're going to be doing the ILS 26 left for the VATSIM 1 Golf and coming in via Willow. We'll execute that, so that's just in there now for some relevant information. Okay, I think we're ready to start looking at pushing back here. So let's get our prop brake on. So we'll come back up and activate the aux pump. Here we got a ready light. Put the prop brake on. That's good. Now let's request push and start with GSX. Verify pushback. Yeah, we're going to start an engine. Let's go back to our aircraft. We'll get rid of the tail. Wheel chocks, we'll get rid of those. The parking brake is on. And we were going to face east. We're taking off on 27. Okay, perfect. So let's do our before propeller rotation checklist. So cockpit door is closed, FMS data takeoff. So let's confirm our, so just double check, we'll reset that fuel again. We'll confirm our takeoff data. We'll set our trim. So trim is set. FMS takeoff data is good. Trims are set. Tail prop is on board. Doors are all closed. Seatbelts are on. We'll turn our beacon on. And let's put our surveillance on as well. Okay, oops. That's good. And beacon is on, so that completes that checklist. So we'll request push and start from ground here.
A-line 610 Alpha, at ramp 7 request pushback and engine start.
A-line 610 Alpha, Guernsey ground, pushback and engine start approved. Face east.
Okay, clear to push back.
Pushback and engine start approved. Face east, A-line 610 Alpha.
So we'll get our fuel pump number 2 on. And we'll hit the start A and B. And we'll hit the start for going into hotel mode to start our push to get rid of the ground power. So we're looking for 10%. Bring it up to feather. Got a light off, no prop rotation, it's all good. So T's and P's are all good. We'll check our generator load. AC power is good. Get rid of the ground power. And we can, we're ground crews are ready to go. We can release our parking brake. Perfect. So pushing back here. There to start. So we'll start the rotation on the number 2 engine. We got a ready light. We'll go release the prop brake. Got propeller rotation going. We'll let it stabilize. So stabilize 11%. We'll go up to the feather position. Okay, accelerate nicely. And I think we're good to start number 1 engine. We'll get the fuel pump on there. Put our parking brake. Got start A and B. We'll hit the start. Looking for 10% again. There's 10%. Go to feather. Nice start. Propeller rotation. There's our ground crew getting rid of our pin. That's stabilized. We'll go up to feather. We'll get the flaps. Start off. Pitot heat on. DRU on. So let's do our before taxi. We'll do a recall check. Recall. Looks good. Cockpit comm hatch is closed. Condition levers 1 and 2 are auto. Anti-icing is not required. We'll just get the pitot heat is on. TRU is checked. Again, we have to cycle through the system pages. There we go, it's checked. Anti-skid test. Okay, anti-skid test is good. Flaps are at 15. And nozzle steering is on. Get our taxi check. We'll get the taxi light, we'll check the brakes. FMA is going to be nav mode. And IS mode. So nav, IS. Heading hold till we nav is armed, IS active. So that's good. Put our ND up here. So FMA is good. Takeoff config. And takeoff config is okay. So we're all good. Next is before takeoff. So let's request taxi to the runway.
A-line 610 Alpha, ready to taxi to the active.
A-line 610 Alpha, taxi to holding point Alpha, runway 27.
Oh, it's too bad we weren't leaving from Jersey.
Taxi to holding point Alpha.
They have ATC on there.
Via
But,
Alpha, A-line 610 Alpha.
Okay, cleared taxi.
A-line 610 Alpha, contact Guernsey Tower 119.955, bye-bye.
Cleared taxi just via
Over
Alpha
to Tower
there.
119.955, A-line 610 Alpha.
So just Alpha out to holding point runway 27. So we'll get our taxi light on. Release the parking brake. Brakes are good. So we switched us over to tower already. Let's get the before takeoff checklist to go. So we got takeoff briefing is complete. Gust lock will remove. Flight controls we'll check. Metals are good. Flight controls are good. Transponder is on. Boost function we're not using. I'll just wait till we get short of the runway here and then we'll finish off this check. Yeah, so I'm starting to get a little more proficient with the ATR. Definitely a learning process. So boost function we're not using, airflow is normal, cabin crews advise, engine bleeds, we're taking off with the bleeds on. And all the lights are out, so they're good. Exterior lights, we'll get the strobe light and landing lights when we're ready to go. Lateral flight deck bar is centered, rudder cam is centered. And before takeoff checklist complete, we'll call request departure.
A-line 610 Alpha, holding short, runway 27.
A-line 610 Alpha, Guernsey Tower, wind 220 degrees, 3 knots, runway 27 cleared for takeoff.
Okay, strobe light, landing lights on.
Runway 27 cleared for takeoff, A-line 610 Alpha.
Okay, we're clear for takeoff. Again, we'll see if we get that pitch bar thing going on with our thing. I'm going to reset our... why is this guy doing out here? Yeah, I'm just going to reset the status bar at the top there, so I'll fetch my new flight plan. Perfect. Okay, so we have our guy out of the way there. It's clear to the right, clear to the left. Not sure what he was doing out on the runway, but scenery's looking great in the sim here. Okay, so we have runway 27. That's the power. Notch. There's 80 knots. Cross check. V1 rotate. 10 degrees. Positive rate gears up. Got nav mode is active. Accelerate above the reference. Flaps can go up.
A-line 610 Alpha, contact Guernsey departure 128.655.
Get the autopilot on.
Contact Guernsey departure 128.655, A-line 610 Alpha. Guernsey, A-line 610 Alpha, good evening. Passing 1,000 feet.
1,000 feet, we'll get climb, accelerate to 170.
A-line 610 Alpha, Guernsey departure, identified, climb flight level 100.
So flight level 100.
Climb flight level 100, A-line 610 Alpha.
Flight level 100 is set. Accelerating to 170. Let's do our after takeoff checklist. So gear is up. Flaps are up. Power is set to climb. Engine bleeds are on. Taxi light is off. Leave the landing lights on, altimeters set and cross-check, so we're clear to our flight level, so we'll set standard. And we're cleared up to flight level 100. So after takeoff checklist is complete. Once Beyond ATC clears us up to 170 and we get up to around Orst, I'm going to log off Beyond ATC and switch on to VATSIM. Anyway, if anyone knows a fix for that pitch bar going to the horizon, let me know in the comments or the chat. That would be great. I can't seem to figure out how to make it fly the indicated pitch attitude that it should be flying until I get the autopilot on. Beautiful departure here of the Channel Islands. Okay, there's another bug too, like if I turn the lights on here, so they don't come on. For some reason you have to turn on the storm light and then turn it off to get the integral lights to activate there, so not sure what that's about. Going through cloud here, outside air temperatures, okay, I don't think we'll need to turn on any de-icing. Okay, so we have a disco there between, let's clean that up. So we'll delete that disco there. That's good. Climbing up here pretty nicely. Put it on the departure page. So we don't need that anymore. Not sure how to unpin these charts.
Contact Guernsey Tower 119.955.
Contact Tower 119.955, Blue Island 635.
We'll unpin these charts. I don't think we need any of them anymore. Perfect. Let's get our Gatwick charts going here. Okay, we've got to see if we need a parking one here.
A-line
That one.
610 Alpha. Contact Brest Control 120.15.
Contact Brest Control 120.15, A-line 610 Alpha. Brest Control, A-line 610 Alpha, passing flight level 073, climbing to flight level 100. Climb flight level 170, A-line 610 Alpha.
Okay, up to 170. Okay, flight level 170, climbing nicely. We're already in standard through transition. So I'm just getting all the charts we need here. So I think we have them all now that we need for the arrival into Gatwick. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to log off Beyond ATC and log into, so I'm going to close Beyond ATC. I'm going to log into vPilot. I'm going to change my squawk to 7,000. I think that's the UK. I'll put 2,000 in actually. And I'm going to change my comm frequency to 22.8. And then we'll see what we get for VATSIM. So log in on VATSIM. Yep, standard IFR squawk in the UK is 2,000, so we'll just leave that. Okay, so we're on VATSIM now. So we'll probably have to call the initial controller here. We'll get the initial controller to call us up going through 10,000 feet. I'll get the lane light off. Seatbelts, we can turn them off. Looks pretty good. And we'll see what we're going to get for, so start checking our ATIS for arrival into Gatwick. We go on here, the ATIS is 36,525, so we can get that in the standby.
Kilometers or more. Feeling 2,400 broken, 3,000 broken. Temperature +17. Dew point +11. QNH 1020. Acknowledge receipt of information Juliet and advise aircraft type on first contact.
So information Juliet.
Gatwick Airport information Juliet. Time 1650. Zulu. Runway in use 26 left. Transition level. Flight level 70. ILS approach to be expected. Departure flight crews must report ready with Gatwick delivery on 121.955. Surface wind 2209 knots. Visibility 10 kilometers or more. Ceiling 2,400 broken, 3,000 broken. Temperature +17. Dew point +11. QNH 1020. Acknowledge receipt of information Juliet and advise aircraft type on first contact.
Perfect. So just throw guard in there.
Gatwick Airport information Juliet. Time 1650 Zulu. Runway in use 26 left.
Okay, so still climbing up to 17,000 feet. So let's check the waypoint. So it's runway 26 left, which we're planning. So let's look at the star. So we're coming in via VASIX on the VASIX 1 Gulf. And goes in via, so let's just check these waypoints here. So we've got starting off at VATSIM, no altitude, then DISVO, and then tail 2, flight level 130, max 250. So DIVSO, tail 2 at flight level 130 at 250, so that's good. And then we've got Ollie max 220, and then Willow at flight level 70 at 220. So Holly max 220, and then Willow should be an altitude constraint of 70, so just look that in, flight level 70, we can put that in. But that might be the one for the approach, actually. So we'll take a look at that in a second here. So we'll double check that, but Willow is showing 70 at 220. We'll see what it is on the transition. So we got the ILS without radar control. And then coming in from Willow, they have Willow 4,000 there, so okay, we'll just leave that 4,000 then. And then from Willow, it's going to be DV113 Victor, which is going to be this one here, 11 DME. And then we've got May 5. And then May. Well, these are all based off May. I'll see how they look on the route. Let's go to the plan here. I think I've got the runways backwards here. ILS 8. I think they were advertising 26 left. So I'm going to have to change the runways because it's giving me the wrong runway here. So arrival. Double check the ATIS again. Uh, 26 left, so let's go check that. Yeah, I put in 26 left, yep. I just got the wrong one selected up here on my... No, that's right, yep, okay. So it goes from Willow. Yeah, this is just the wrong chart here. This is for ILS 8, right? That's why. So we're going to have to go to... approach. I just got the wrong chart up there. 26 left. Yeah, it should be this one here. And then it goes from Willow down to DV113, D113, which I think is this point here. Then it goes to May. May, yep. And then May 8.5, yep. So that all looks good. Yeah, these charts, I'm not used to these Lido charts here. They're kind of a little bit convoluted, but that's exactly what it's supposed to be flying there. Let's see what frequency we can anticipate coming in here. Okay, so yeah, we got CF 26 left, FF 26 left. That's on the approach. Yeah, see, I'm not used to nomenclature on here. See those because normally on the jet charts they have them in brackets behind the points, but it looks correct. Then 26 left, it looks good. This approach is going to be climb straight ahead at or above 2,000, left turn heading 178, climb to 3,000. So we've got 2,000 and then heading 178, so everything looks good. Almost at our cruise altitude. Climbs pretty slow, this plane. I've read some comments that it kind of feels underpowered in the sim, and I think that's kind of realistic. There's our top of descent. Volanta here and get that. Gives me good picture for what we're going to use for air traffic control coming in here. Gives you a nice display for looking at your ATC. Falcon to go. So I'm not sure VNAV is going to work, but we do have a top of descent here. Oh no, that's our level off at 70. See if we have a top of descent. Yep, we do have a top of descent, I think, coming up here. Well, I think it'll be London South, which is 34125 will be our first frequency. It looks like full coverage at Gatwick. Yeah, so I like the Volanta. It shows like London Center here. Then it shows the approach frequencies that you're going to be using here. And then if you come up here, you got all your online ATC. So we can anticipate our approach is going to be on 26825 tower. All the frequencies are nicely labeled here on Volanta. A little bit better than the Navigraph charts there for displaying frequencies and stuff. Okay, so I think I'll keep this chart up for reference now for the star. So our first altitude restriction is going to be at Tail 2, which is 13,000 feet. You can see it right there. Come on, you can make it. Got Alp capture finally. And it looks like we might have a top of descent there, so we might be able to use VNAV. I'm not sure if it's going to work or not, but we'll see how that goes. Yeah, there's lots of cool little flights like this you can do with the ATR throughout Europe. I don't think they fly it as much in North America. There's not that many operators, and there might be a few in Asia. Definitely in the Caribbean. There's Caribbean Airlines, and a few other carriers that fly them. But I'd say mostly Europe is probably your best bet for flying the ATR. Slowly accelerating so we can go to cruise. I don't think there's a cruise checklist here. Just let me double check. The next checklist is going to be a after takeoff descent checklist is going to be the next checklist, yeah. Anyway, we can put it in cruise mode. I don't think it makes much difference, but see if we get close to our planned cruise speed. Okay, so we'll brief the arrival. We've got VASIX 1 Golf coming via VASIX. We got a restriction at Tail 2, 13, flight level 130, max 250, Holly max 220, and then around to Willow with a hold if needed, max 220, flight level 70. And then the transition off of there is via Willow, comes back around to this 22 DME off of Midland, I believe that is, MID. And then over to May, and then May 8.5, and then in at the initial fix for the approach. It'll be the visual backed up by the approach, so we can tune up the nav aids. We're going to need those. So it's going to be 110.9, so let's go put those in twice.
Bournemouth traffic, ED184 is on final runway 26.
Okay, 110.9. Set twice. We need to put our courses in of 256. Just gonna double check. 257. Might have to reset those, but I'm just putting them in on my what device here. Okay, so it's going to be visual backed up by the approach. We start off at 2,000, and then we're down to touchdown zone elevation for the airport is 52 feet, I think. And then this approach will just go straight ahead to 2,000, above 2,000 left turn heading 178. Do that in heading select. For the arrival, landing, we're going to be landing on 26 left. We'll plan to exit at one of these high speeds, so Echo Romeo, probably Fox Romeo, so we can cross over to Golf and then taxi in via Golf Juliet wherever they tell us to park. That's going to be the approach briefing. Surprised we haven't got pinged by anybody yet on VATSIM. Okay, so we need to cross Tel2 at 13,000, so I'm going to select that. And we'll go VNAV. Let's see if that works. Flight level 130. And I don't think it's going to work, so I'm going to go vertical speed and do it myself. Because Tel2 is not that far away. Only 8 miles away. We do have a path there, so I'm not sure why it's not working. And it's below 250 on the speed, so I'm just gonna dial this vertical speed up just to get it going. Speed down. Yeah, so I guess the VNAV is not really working very well. So we're just going to make it, I think, for Tel2 here. To go back to the star, our next restriction is going to be at Willow for 70. We'll add a little bit of power here. We've got a bit of a distance to go to Willow. Keep it around 200 knots. So I'll select 70 in my altitude. And we'll vertical speed it down. Let's do our descent checklist. So we'll do a recall. Landing elevation set in the FMC. FMS is set. Decision height we don't need. A Bravo briefing is complete. Approach checklist. Seatbelts. Let's get those on. Landing lights. We'll get them on momentarily here. Altimeters. We're going to set going through transition of 70 and cabin altitude. We'll say is checked. Finally, somebody wants us to talk to them. So we've got 26825.
Easy 91 Bravo Whiskey, turn left heading 290 degrees and one established localizer, runway 26 left, descend on the glide.
Left heading 290 and one established descent.
062 Romeo, descend altitude 3,000 feet.
Descent altitude 3,000 feet, speed at 60 Romeo.
Got wet gay line 610 Alpha, passing flight level 1200.
Airline 610 Alpha, Gatwick director, hello, landing 26 left, no delay, descend, flight level 80, leave Holly, heading 045.
Leave Holly 045, no delay down to 80 for A-line 610 Alpha. So A-line...
Gatwick director, good day, November 6 Charlie,
flight level
Charlie,
80.
will give you departure northeast 1,300.
November X-ray, Charlie, Gatwick director,
So
hello,
let's get the descent going here.
2 miles, it'll be a basic service outside, QNH 1020.
QNH 1020, you're leaving control there,
Get our lane light on.
2 miles from X-ray, Charlie.
34 Yankee Kilo, you have 32
and we'll leave
miles
Holly at heading
045.
045.
5,000 feet, QNH 1020.
5,1020,
Keep the speed back under control here.
062 Romeo, turn left heading 345.
Left heading 345, speed at 60 Romeo.
A-line 610 Alpha, descent flight level 70.
70, A-line 610 Alpha.
Easy 91 Bravo Whiskey, speed 160 knots or greater, maintain until 4 DME.
70. Keep the speed back under 210 if we can.
Easy 91 Bravo Whiskey, turn contact Gatwick Tower, call sign only 124.230 by 8.
So we leave Holly coming up here at heading 045.
124.230, call sign only. Come on, Bravo Whiskey.
So speed is good. Got a good, nice, fast descent. That's the nice thing about turboprop is you can descend pretty fast with it.
Easy 34 Yankee Kilo, descend to altitude 3,000 feet.
3,000 feet, E34 Yankee Kilo.
So we're coming up to Holly. I'm going to put it in heading select so it doesn't start this turn early. So I'll go heading mode. Got 1,000 feet to go. Keep the speed back. And we're coming up to Holly. So from Holly, it's going to be heading 045.
062 Romeo, turn left heading 290 degrees, when established localizer, runway 26 left, descend on the glide.
Left 290 degrees, when established localizer, 26 left,
045.
descend on the glide, speed at 60 Romeo.
Leveling off at 7. I'm going to keep the speed at around 200. Between 180 and 200.
34 Juliet, you can monitor the unit com 122.8 by
128.
And now we're on vectors, so I'm going to switch it over to FMS. I'm going to have to restyle a course. 257.
Gatwick radar, good afternoon, Iberia 17 Echo Sierra, maintaining flight level 130 inbound, Holly 5900 with Lima.
Stand by, quick back break, EC 34 Yankee Kilos, turn left heading 345.
Left heading 345.
So course 257 set, ILS 110.9 is good.
Area 17 Echo, Sierra Gatwick Director, hello, landing 26 left, no delay, descend flight level 80.
So we're in radar vectors, so I'm just going to
speed 180 knots.
go direct to May for now, just for some...
610 up again, 32 miles for runway 26 left, descend to altitude 5,000 feet, QNH 1020. A-line 610 Alpha, descend to altitude 5,000 feet, QNH 1020.
5,02010, A-line 610 Alpha.
062 Romeo, speed 160 knots, maintain until 4 DME.
160 knots until 4
DME, speed 60 Romeo.
062 Romeo, contact Gatwick Tower, 124,
let's set our altimeters.
call sign only bite.
Call sign only to 124230, speed 60 Romeo, bye-bye.
1020.
And Iberia 17 Echo Sierra, so squawk 1063.
Do at least 1,000 feet per minute.
Keep
the speed under control. And let's set here as
and
well.
Extra Charlie, for now, monitor, you can pre-call temps director 132.700.
132.700, taxi charge out.
EC 34 Yankee Kilo, turn left heading 290 degrees,
over here as well.
established localizer, runway 26 left, descend on the glide path.
Left 290, one established, 26 left, descend glide, EV3.
Area 17 Echo Sierra, descend, flight level 70, leave Polly, heading 045.
And flight level 70, leave Polly, heading 045, Iberia 17 Echo Sierra.
Let's check our tower frequency is going to be...
Sorry, no, A-line 610 Alpha, set squawk 1206.
1206, A-line 610. Okay, this walks in. Tower is going to be...
Alpha, descend to altitude 3,000 feet.
3,000 feet, A-line 610 Alpha. 3,000 feet now. Yeah, it's busy little...
Extra Bravo, just 3,800 feet.
Okay, so frequency is going to be...
EG68 Extra Bravo, Gatwick Director, hello, climb now, flight level 130.
2423.
130 would be 6 Extra Bravo.
It'll get the speed going down, or the vertical rate going down a little faster.
Camera 147, you can monitor Unicom 122.8.
122.8.
A-line 610 Alpha, turn left heading 345, speed 180 knots.
345, speed 180, A-line 610 Alpha.
I have to monitor
345, speed 180, we've got...
0632, sorry, thought it's Unicom, you can monitor Unicom 122.8.
Go direct to...
Monitor Unicom, speed 602.
AC 34 Yankee Kilo, speed 160 knots, maintain until 4 DME.
160 to 4, EG34 Yankee.
Go direct to EG78 Yankee Romeo.
About 1,000 to go.
Information,
Speed's low fast.
145. EC78 Yankee Romeo, Gatwick Director, hello, landing 26 left, no delay, descend flight level 70, and you can redirect to Holly, crash and timber. Thank you very much.
We're going to activate the approach.
Flight level 70 and direct to timber, EC78, thank you very much.
Activate the approach to get our
Area
speed
17
bump.
Echo Sierra, you have 30 miles for runway 26 left, descend to altitude 3,000 feet, QNH 1020.
10 miles copy, descend to altitude 3,000 feet, QNH 1020, Iberia 17 Echo Sierra.
Yeah, it's getting pretty busy.
Kilo, contact Gatwick Tower, call sign only 124.230, bye.
Early to 124230, EG34. Bye-bye.
And EG6 Extra Boy, you can monitor Unicom 122.8, bye-bye.
Okay, we should get a turn to final here.
Flight level 108, descending Hayberg to Golf with information.
A little bit
Roger,
slow.
standby break. A-line 601 Alpha, turn left heading 290 degrees, then cleared ILS, runway 26 left.
290, cleared ILS, 26 left, A-line 610 Alpha.
Alpine 770 Papa, with you at 6,000.
290, we're cleared the approach. So we'll arm the approach.
6 Echo Bravo, Unicom 122, decimal 8, bye-bye.
You gotta call me 6 Extra Bravo, thanks, bye-bye.
Alpine 77 Delta, public commanded Unicom 122,
Okay, we'll
decimal
arm
8,
the
bye-bye.
approach.
122 Simulate,
A little
Alpine
bit slow.
770 Papa, thank you.
Iberia 17 Echo Sierra, speed
Go
180
direct
knots.
to
Speed 180 knots, Iberia 17 Echo Sierra.
Okay, we're level at 3. Haven't got the glide slope yet. A little far out. Just gonna select the approach up here.
Runway 693, it's landing runway 26 left.
110.9.
Descent flight level 80.
Descent flight level 80, flight level 2,
Okay, we do have the glide slope and localizers coming in now, nicely. Looking good. Came on just in time. I'm gonna get the landing
610
checklist.
Alpha, speed 160 knots, maintain until 4 DME.
160 till 4, A-line 610 Alpha.
Airline 610 Alpha, contact Gatwick Tower, call sign only 124, decimal 230, bye.
Over to tower, see ya.
Hitting onto Juliet.
Super 60 Romeo, thank you. Hold at Marlow and come to the ground 121.540.
Ground 2154.
Hold at Marlow and ground 121. Over to ground, speed 6.
121.540.
121.540, thanks.
Easy 3 for Yankee Kilo, runway 26 left, clear to land.
There's the glide path.
26 left, clear to
Gonna get approach flap.
Alpine 57 Hotel Alpha behind the landing company, Airbus A319 on short final.
160 to 4 DME.
Runway 26 left behind.
Behind the arriving company,
Get the
A319
gear down.
1 mile away from my 2 left behind, Alpine 57 Alpha, thanks.
Tower A-line 610 Alpha with you, ILS 26 left.
Alpine 610 Alpha, Gatwick Tower, good evening, continue approach, runway 26 left, number 2, winds are 230 degrees at 8.
Continue A-line 610 Alpha. Number 2. So we get the cabin checks complete, gear is down, 3 green, flaps are at approach for now. Power management, we can go takeoff. I got ground in there when we're ready. TRU low speed as indicated. AOA icing light we don't have, and exterior lights, landing light is on. So the landing checklist is complete. Just full flap to go once we lead our speed off.
Thank you, contact Gatwick direct on 126825, goodbye.
Right, so 126 thanks, good to see you, Airline 47.
Yeah, definitely a challenging little plane to fly on VATSIM here when you're not 100% familiar with it. Hey Dale, I see you popped in there. Power management to take off. Yeah, I got it, thanks.
Alpine 57 Hotel Alpha, cleared for takeoff runway 26 left, surface wind 230 degrees, 8 knots.
Still waiting on landing clearance.
Easy 66, hold on for 1.
Start bleeding the speed off.
Pull up on for you.
We're below our flap speed, so not quite there yet, so start bleeding some speed off. Still waiting on the landing clearance. Oh, thanks Dale, you watch the video later. Yep.
Continue down on 26 right to hold a checker.
I can see down the 08 right, I'm going to start holding.
Okay, we got flaps full, start bleeding the speed off.
Left.
08 left. That's fine, same thing, it's okay. You can contact ground 121.540.
121.540, 234. Thank you.
Bye.
Still waiting on land clearance.
A-line 610 Alpha, runway 26 left, clear to land.
Clear land 26 left, A-line 610 Alpha.
Easy 9 Juliet Lima, roger, your number
Yeah, it's
2.
flying the ILS really nicely here. Yeah, Dale, so other than the on the takeoff with the pitch bar command not indicating what I think it should, the plane's been working pretty good today. So we're clear to land, just bleeding my speed off slowly.
66 behind the landing ATR on a 2-mile final via Alpha 1 and land on runway 26 left behind.
End up behind for Easy 6.
He's coming back nicely.
47 to Alpha, outbound passing 2,500.
Alpine 57 Hotel Alpha, thank you. Contact Gatwick Director 126.825.
Gatwick Director 126.825, Alpine 57 Alpha, fine.
Bye.
Yeah, it's doing a great job flying the ILS today. Speed's coming back. The autopilot off. We are clear to land.
Contact leading Iberia 17 Echo Sierra, fully established, 9 miles.
Iberia 17 Echo Sierra, Gatwick Tower, continue approach 26 left, your number 2, winds are 230 degrees at 8.
Continue number 2, Iberia 17 Echo Sierra.
And I'm not going to use much reverse on this, so we can go down the runway here.
Easy 9 Juliet Lima, hold on for 1.
10.
Okay, we'll crack reverse, but I'll just keep it at idle. Speed's good, reverse is off. I'll keep the power up just so we can get off the runway here. This is the scenery for Gatwick from flightsim.to, so we'll make this first high speed here. Yeah, nice freeware scenery for Gatwick. So we're on Echo Romeo.
66 cleared for takeoff, runway 26 left, surface 230 degrees 8 knots.
Yep, vehicle, Easy 6.
A-line 610 Alpha, taxi on 08 left, hold at Jacker.
08 left, hold at Jacker, airline 610 Alpha. So we're taxiing on the runway. I gotta figure out where Jacker is. Let's get the flaps up. Jacka is just short of the taxiway Romeo. Perfect.
Airline 610 Alpha, contact ground 121.540.
121.540, airline 610 Alpha.
Austrian 452, thanks for your patience. Taxi to holding point Alpha 3, runway 26 left via Kilo, November and Alpha November. Austrian 452, continue taxi to holding point Alpha 3, runway 26 left via Kilo, November and Alpha November.
To holding point Alpha 3, runway 26 left via Kilo November and Alpha November, Austrian 452.
Ground A-line 610 Alpha with you on runway 8, hold at Jakarta.
A-line 610 Alpha, Gatwick Ground, welcome. Taxi left onto Romeo, right onto Juliet. Hold short Papa, expect stand 2.
Okay, Romeo, Juliet, short of Papa, expect stand 2. A-line 610.
Ground EC74 Juliet Lima is
So Romeo, Juliet, short of Papa, expect stand 2.
Easy 74
stand
Juliet
2.
Lima, stand by, you're number 1 for clearance. Break, Easy 3904 Alpha. Continue taxi holding point Alpha 3, runway 26 left via Alpha November.
Continue taxi holding point Alpha 3 via Alpha November, Easy 394 Alpha.
Stand 2 is over there at the very end. Perfect.
Easy 74 Juliet Lima, just advise your stand number for me, please.
Stand 50.
Romeo Juliet short of Papa.
Station calling it just a carrier signal only, no audio. Break, Easy 74 Juliet Lima, you are cleared to Izmir, the MIMFO 1 mic departure, squawk 2036, QNH 1020.
And clear to Izmir as far as info 1 mic departure, squawk 2036.
So Romeo Juliet.
Easy 74
Sort of
Juliet Lima,
Papa.
read back correct. Break, Easy 8684, stand 685, push and start approved, face east.
Push and approved, face east, Easy 8684.
So line lights off, taxi lights on, strobe lights off.
Garrett Ground, good day.
Heater heats off.
November. Just wondering if you received our PDC. If not, we can do voice.
And we're down here short of Papa, which is just past these parking areas here.
Easy 25
So
Romeo
this one here,
November.
I think.
My apologies, if you could just pass that again.
Radar's off, flight
hopefully
controls are
receive it
locked,
this
flaps are 0.
Do you want me to send
Trims
the
are
PDC
reset.
clearance again?
Yes, please.
Roger.
Easy 3904 Alpha, monitor the tower 124.230, bye-bye.
What is the
It's
tower?
reset, landing lights are good, anti-ice is off, probe
You're
heats are
welcome,
off,
break, Austrian
TRU off.
452, monitor the tower 124.230, bye-bye.
Tower frequency for Austrian 452, bye bye.
It's 124.230.
And that's good. So then we can bring number 1 to
Ground.
Feather.
1440,
And we'll hold short of Papa, which is just up here.
Speedbird 1440, Gatwick
GSX
Road,
picker
welcome, you are
stand.
clear to Edinburgh, the Lambourne
from
6
that.
mic departure, squawk 1142, QNH 1020.
It's stand 2.
Please scout by that along 6 mic departure. And then squawk 1142, QH 120 first, speedbird 1440.
We'll just pick that one there.
Speedbird 1440,
Hold short of Papa here. So we can anticipate taxiing in probably straight in on Zulu into stand 2 or Juliet. Airline 610 short of Papa.
My apologies, A-line 610 Alpha, continue taxi to stand 2 via Zulu.
Zulu to stand 2, thanks. So straight ahead on Zulu here.
Gather Ground, Siberia 17 Echo Share.
Iberia 17 Echo Sierra, Gatwick Road, welcome. Taxi to stand 36 via Romeo and Lima.
Stand 36 via Romeo Lima, Iberia 17 Echo Share.
Okay, we've got some good taxi speed, so I'll go to cutoff on the number 1.
Easy 25 Romeo November, did you pass your PDC request? I haven't had it come through quite yet.
Yeah, we did again. There's no problem, we can do it by voice.
Many thanks. Easy 25 Romeo November, you are cleared to your destination. It's the MIMFO 1 mic departure, squawk 4226, QNH 1020.
Clear to destination, Liverpool 1 mic departure 26 left, score 4226, QNH 1020, Easy 25 Romeo November.
Easy 25 Romeo
Stand 2
November,
should be
read back
straight
correct.
ahead.
Many thanks.
So we're fuel shut off for number 1.
And Gary Grounds, very good evening, Easy 152 Kilo. Just wondering if you also received our PDC.
Easy 152 Kilo, I'm afraid not. Do you want to try sending it again? Otherwise we can do a voice clearance.
Course
I think we'll go ahead and do a void clearance about right. We're doing easy 152 kilo.
Course select.
Easy 152 kilo, many thanks. You're clear to Edinburgh, the Lambourne 6 Mike departure, squawk 7756, QNH 1020.
Course select. Course select.
Copy clearance to Edinburgh, Lambourne 6 Mike departure. And if you could just read the squawk, please. I missed that, sorry.
No worries, squawk 7756.
Copy squawk 7756 and QNH 1010 for easy 152 kilos, cheers.
Easy
Hey, stand 2 should just be a little jog to the left
QNH
there.
1020.
Copy QNH 1020, easy 152 kilo.
Easy 152 kilo, read back correct, and just be advised there's another station with a very similar call sign on frequency.
Roger, is that 152 Mike, I believe?
If I'm.
Okay,
Roger,
we're
thank you
stand
very
2.
much. Easy 157, ready for push and start.
Get taxi light off.
Easy 157, stand 23, push and start approved, face west.
Push and start approved, face west, easy 157.
And easy 8684 for taxi.
Easy 8684, taxi holding point Alpha 3, runway 26 left, via Papa and Alpha
Oh, it looks like it's a little off the line there. This might be for the ATR though.
Taxi holding point Alpha 3, 26 left, via Papa and Alpha November, easy 8684.
Okay, we'll stop, set the brake. I'll get them to connect some ground power.
Easy 153 Mike, stand
Okay, ground power's available.
We'll
go to
Easy 152
Feather.
Mike, stand 687, push and start approved, face east, and just be advised there's another station with a very similar call sign on frequency.
and stabilize. Go to cut off.
Thanks for letting me know, easy 153 Mike.
Get the beacon off. Seatbelts off. And that's good. Taxi light is off. Get the transponder to standby. And let's do our parking checklist. So parking brake is set. Lights are off.
Monitor tower 124.
Both the condition levers are off. Beacons off. Transponder standby. Tail prop we can position. Seatbelts are off. And this will be our last flight of the day. So let's get the tail prop in. Wheel chocks in place. We'll request deboarding. Request deboarding. And welcome to Gatwick. Well, that was a busy little flight.
Station calling, there was controller coordination session again.
Not sure why it didn't park us on the line there, but...
EZ78 Yankee Romeo, we're just holding short of Romeo.
EZ78 Yankee Romeo Gatwick ground. Welcome, taxi to stand 684 via Romeo and Lima.
Okay, I'm just going to get rid of that frequency so we don't have to listen to that the entire time.
EZ78 Yankee Romeo.
Speeder 1460 at descent 12 requesting pushback and startup. Speeder 14.
Perfect. So we should get some deboarding going here. Yeah, so that was a fun little flight. The ATR did a pretty good job today. A few little quirks here and there, but I think I'm starting to get a little bit more comfortable with this airplane. It's my first flight on VATSIM, so it was definitely pretty busy coming in here to Gatwick once I got on with VATSIM ATC, but all worked out pretty good. So I hope you enjoyed the flight. If you did, take time, hit that like, share, subscribe, and sign up for notifications. You'll see videos like this when I put them out in the future. Yeah, definitely a fun little airplane to fly. Nice to have this in the sim for a reasonable price. So we'll see you next time on the Bandit Flight Simmer channel. Have a great rest of your weekend, and take care. Bandit out.